No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on last year's national champion, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Georgia's offense will get the first possession of the game. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch right at the 50. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will take the field for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Going to try to pop one on the screen.
Well, on 3rd down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
Hunt is in the air. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Might as well give it to him again. Past the 45. Defender miss. He's running free down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed.
Wants to throw on first down.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilkins. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Right back to the well. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Gets away from one, finds some space. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. High the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets away from one, finds room. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. To the ground to try to move the chains. Still running at the 35. Gets loose in the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. they score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense lining up quickly.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's McKay. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Off play action. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Jukes his way for more. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They'll run play action. Throws toward the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. He'll set up to throw. Slips away. The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Was to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. The run from the shotgun. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Got a man. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ohio State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here and throw in the towel. Stop this fight. They're trailing by 18 to Iowa. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it. They're short of the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Good enough for a first down.
Wants to throw again. He's got an open man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Gets it to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Number 15.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To the air on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Back to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. They're going to run it to the right. Breaks the tackle. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it. Offense.
Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. Power football with the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Went to the running game on first down, now 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 15. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's McKay. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. spins away from the defense. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Looking to fire. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team.
Fourth down coming up.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Running back searching for a hole. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. He's open on the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
For the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Holding. Offense.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Sends it back in motion. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Line getting set on second down. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the mark. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Bust through behind his pad. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And first down for the offense.
They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Try to get it to the edge. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3 plays and out.
Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. He'll start this drive firing. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. They go to the ground. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. To the air on 2nd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Got his man. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Georgia sends out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got a man. It's McKay.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Gonna run it. It's fired. Past the 1st down marker and still running. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
And 1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Fights off the defender. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. And the timing just a hair off. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Pulls it in, it's fired. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Brings up 4th down.
Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
Yeah, it felt incomplete because you did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
And the Dogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Direct snap. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the read, he'll take it himself. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. They're trailing by just 4 to Iowa. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. It's complete to the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's a first down.
Unloads quickly. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Second down.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Turning it on! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
First down for the offense.
Using his legs, it's cross. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to fire. Deep shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Oh, they're after him! And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. Give to the running back. Nice move to keep running. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Spins away. Caught near the sticks. It's McKay. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
First down for the offense.
He'll pull it on the read. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Red pass, it's complete. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Here's a heat. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker here. Absolutely perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Breaks into the open. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right, and I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.